started off by saying that in the past, students going to study abroad at an undergraduate level were few and far in between, most of them from wealthy upper middle class backgrounds. But of late, the desire to study, what is your experience? We've been reporting that the desire to study abroad post class 12 seems to be spiking. Is that true? What has your experience been like? Do you have a lot of clients from tier 1 and tier 2 cities, towns?
Yes, absolutely. I think we've seen the trend over the last 5 years, actually, and over the last 2 years, especially during COVID, we've seen a huge spike in tier 1 and tier 2 towns. What's actually really interesting is we're not just seeing people who intend to go abroad and intend to actually get a job abroad. We're seeing people who are coming from maybe small to medium-sized businesses. Their parents have set up these businesses. They've, those families have grown in affluence, and they're seeing, an opportunity now for global aspirations. So I think in the past, maybe about 8 years ago, it was sort of, if you were in a tier 1, tier 2 town, your aspiration was to come to sort of a Delhi, Bombay. And today it's a leapfrog. You're actually saying, why don't I go abroad? I can even come back and actually help my business, my father's business or my family actually have, greater global aspirations, because today global trade has changed as well. So we see that change sort of shifting.
But you're saying it's aspirational. So you're saying that, there's more demand because the economics of these families in these small towns has gone up, or they have the money to pay for this.
Yes, absolutely. So I think
it's not a desperation. They're not like selling families' ancestral land or anything like we've been reporting out of these villages in Punjab and Haryana.
Yes, so that's with the students I'm seeing. It's a trend in increasing affluence and the opportunity now to say, if I go abroad, probably the person will be the first person in their family maybe to go abroad and study. Say, the UK, I go study business. I'll bring that sort of business understanding back, and I can help actually my small family business grow into something more significant. So we're seeing both. We're seeing people who are saying, I'm not getting good opportunities, job opportunities here unless I have a master's degree, and even then it's hard to get the kind of qualifications that I actually even need. And I want to go abroad because I want to work there. But we're also seeing, which is really interesting, coming out of tier 1 and tier 2 towns, people who are going abroad to study but intend to eventually come back to India and actually take their family businesses to the next level.
All right. So